Hello students, welcome to Trunkie Academy. I am Dr. Pallavi Kulkarni, your chemistry teacher, and today we are going to discuss another topic from chemistry from the chapters GOC, that is General Organic Chemistry. The title of today's discussion is IUPAC nomenclature. Let me write down the title first. Name of the chapter is General Organic Chemistry. Or some basic concepts of chemistry, and the title of today's discussion is IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, yes. So what is IUPAC? So IUPAC is the abbreviation of International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is IUPAC. Now what is this IUPAC stand for? This is nothing but there was one conference held on discussion of the nomenclature of the organic and inorganic compounds, in which several rules were decided for naming the organic compounds as well as inorganic compounds. On the basis of that rules, all the organic compounds and inorganic compounds are named in worldwide. Right? What is the need of this thing? First of all, I will tell you. For an example, any person, he has his own name and his nickname. His name and his nickname. So the nickname is only meant for his home or his friends and family, but his original name, that is for the other world, right? But he in worldwide he is known by his name, original name only, and not by the nickname. So the same thing is here for the organic compounds as well. Same organic compound can be known by different names in different languages in different regions of world. Therefore, there was a need of finding out the rules, the common rules which are common for all organic compounds, and substances will be known by that particular name only. So therefore IUPAC nomenclature was, or IUPAC has decided several rules for nomenclature. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the IUPAC nomenclature of simple hydrocarbons, simple organic compounds containing hydrogen and carbon atom, right? Yes, so let us see the IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbons. IUPAC nomenclature of other compounds, other functional groups, we are going to learn in class 12th. Okay, IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbons. Okay, there are different types of hydrocarbons: alkane, alkenes and alkynes, and aromatic compounds. Today we are going to discuss the IUPAC nomenclature of alkanes. Alkanes contain only carbon to carbon single bonds. All bonds are single bonds. The general formula for alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. Okay, where N is nothing but the number of carbon atoms, right? Yes, now these are the alkanes. Now let us see what are the rules for IUPAC nomenclature. So rules, one by one I will write down, in which the rule number 1 is to find out the longest carbon chain. To find out the longest carbon chain, that longest carbon chain will be called as the parent chain. Okay, yes, to find out the longest carbon chain, that longest carbon chain will decide the what is the parent. Okay, so one simple example I'll tell you for explaining this thing. So if this is the skeleton for any organic compound, okay, so this is the skeleton. Now in this case, if I want to find out the longest possible carbon chain, so in that case I will try for different options, right? So first of all, I will try this one. Okay, if you see, it contains 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 carbon atoms, right? Okay, then let us see what is the another possibility. Another possibility is like this. Okay, in this case you can see what is the number of carbon atoms. Again, what are the number of carbon atoms? Again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Again the same, that means both these are the same. Okay, let us see another possibility. This one, right? Let us see how many carbon atoms are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So there is one extra carbon atom than the previous. So this is the longest possible carbon chain, right? Instead of this, even if you select this one, this is also containing the same. Can you see, this last thing is same, right? Last skeleton is same, so it will not make any difference whether you are selecting this or whether you are selecting this, right? Okay, yes, so that is the longest possible parent chain. Now we'll just highlight that parent chain. Okay, so this is the longest parent chain containing 8 carbon atoms, right? Okay, now that let us see the next rule. Rule number 2. After selecting the longest possible carbon chain, you have to number the carbon chain. Okay, numbering of parent chain. Numbering of parent chain. Okay, yes, let us see how to do the numbering part. Now for numbering purpose also there are certain rules. So here I will write down the structure again. Yes, this is the skeleton. Now which the longest possible chain is this. This is the parent chain, right? Okay, now numbering we are going to do. Now numbering can be done in two ways. Either we can start from this end or we can start from this end, right? There are these two ways. Let us see what is the correct way. I'll start from first of all left hand side. So this will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, right? Okay, then another way, I'll start from right hand side. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, right? So this is the numbering. Now in these two numbering, let us see what is the difference, right? Okay, now you can see whatever the these things, the extra carbons are present, this and this, these are nothing but the substituents, right? What are these extra carbons? These are nothing but the substituents. Okay, substituents. So while numbering you have to take care one thing, substituent bearing carbon atom, substituent bearing carbon atom, substituent bearing carbon atoms should get lowest numbering, lowest possible numbering. What is the meaning of it? Let us see. So in this case there are two numberings, one is the black colored numbering and another green colored numbering. For black colored numbering, let us see what is the sum of locants. Locants means what? The number of carbon atom on which that particular substituent is present, right? So for black colored, let us see, black colored numbering start like this. So first substituent is present on black color, first substituent is present on this carbon, this is the carbon number 3. Okay, yes, then plus, the next substituent, this one is present for black colored numbering, carbon 7. So it is 3 plus 7, that is equal to 10, right? So what is the sum of locants? It is the number 10. Now let us check for the pink color numbering as well. So it start from this end. So let us see for the nearest substituent, it is present on this carbon atom, this is present on carbon 2, not 7. 7 is for black color numbering, we are discussing the pink numbering, right? Yes, so let us see the sum of locants for pink color numbering as well. So first substituent is at position 2 and second substituent is here, which is at position 6, right? Therefore it is 2 plus 6 and 2 plus 6 is equal to 8, right? So out of these two, can you see out of these two, this is the lowest sum and therefore this is correct and this is incorrect, right? Always you have to select the lowest sum of locants. Always you have to select for lowest sum of locants. So this is the numbering rule, right? This is how we have numbered it. Okay, yes. Now let us see the next part. Next part is nothing but the third part. I'll write down. Third part is nothing but the IUPAC name. Okay, writing the IUPAC name, writing the IUPAC name. Okay, so I'll write down the structure in detail for that purpose. Okay, so here to satisfy the valencies of carbon atom, terminal carbon needs CH3, this will need CH. Every carbon should be attached to four bonds. Okay, then this is CH2, this is CH2, CH2, CH, CH3 and CH3, right? Pink color numbering is correct, so I will write down that numbering also. So pink color numbering start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? This is the numbering. Okay, numbering is done, everything is we are having everything in hand. Now just we have to assemble all these things, right? So always remember one thing, IUPAC name is always having these parts present in it. So first of all it is a prefix, first part is prefix, plus second part is called as root word or word root. Second part is called as word root, plus the third part is called as primary suffix, and the last part is called as secondary suffix. So always remember every organic compound in the nature, it will be having this skeleton, right? This is very very important. Okay, now let us see what will be the name of given compound in your substance, right? So first of all, what, yes, before that let me just tell you what are the prefix, word root, and etc etc. Yes, first of all, prefix means what? Prefix means we are going to write down about the substituent first. Substituent which are attached to the parent chain. Okay, then word root gives us the idea about the parent chain. Okay, parent chain, whether the parent chain contains 1 carbon, 2 carbon, or 3 carbon, likewise. Then primary suffix gives us the idea about whether it is carbon to carbon single, or carbon to carbon double, or carbon to carbon triple bond is present in the molecule. And secondary suffix gives us the idea about whether the extra functional groups are present in it. Okay, functional groups we are not going to discuss for this year. We are going to discuss the functional group in the class 12. Okay, so every organic compound will be having this thing. So you can do one thing, guys. First of all, just take a screenshot of all these pages. Start with this. Okay, I hope you have taken a screenshot. Then go to the next page. I hope you have taken a screenshot of this page also. And then the next one. Yes, so writing the IUPAC name, actual name of IUPAC name of organic compound. This formula or this skeleton is really very important. Okay, yes, now let us see how to write down the IUPAC name of the given compound. Okay, so first of all, it is about the substituent. So first thing we are going to write down is about the substituent present on the parent chain. Okay, so can you see what are the different substituent present here? This and this, both of them are CH3, right? CH3 is nothing but the CH3 is nothing but CH3 is called as methyl group, right? CH3 is called as the methyl group. Okay, now I'll just give you one table, simple table to remember. Okay, and that is for the root word. Okay, simple 10 words you have to remember, root words and number of carbon atom. Okay, so it is meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, and dec. Okay, only these 10 words you have to remember, contain the carbon 1 to 10. Okay, if you remember these words, you will be able to write down the root word for any substituent. Okay, therefore as this substituent contains here, this substituent, both this substituent, this and this contain only one carbon, therefore it is methyl group, right? It is methyl group. Name of the substituent is methyl group. Then apart from name of the substituent, we have to also mention the carbon number of the carbon atom at which or on which that substituent is attached, right? So if I say this substituent, it is attached on carbon number 2, this substituent is attached on carbon number 6, right? So here there are two such a substituents present at two different positions, right? Okay, so instead of writing 2, 6 methyl for 2 times, right? Because there are 2 methyl groups, so we should write down it for 2 times. But instead of that, we can simply do this. Okay, so here we can write down the one substituent is at 2, another is at 6, then a dash, then I'll write down dimethyl. Okay, here di stands for the prefix used to indicate the number of groups. Di 2, tri 3, tetra 4, penta 5, hexa 6, and so on. So dimethyl stands for 2 methyl groups are present at different positions. Okay, 2 methyl groups are present at different positions. Okay, so it is dimethyl. Okay, after that word root. Okay, now word root, you can see in parent there are how many carbon atoms? 8 carbon. So for 8 carbon, what is the word root? Oct, right? OCT, oct. Then primary suffix. If you observe this molecule, all these are the single bonds, right? It does not contain any double or triple bond. Therefore primary suffix will be for C to C. For C to C, primary suffix is A. Okay, just like alkane. Okay, for here I write down C to C, primary suffix will be ANA. C double bond C, primary suffix will be ENA. Okay, yes, so here you can see there is only carbon to carbon single bond, so AN is the primary suffix. Secondary suffix, here secondary suffix in case of this molecule, can you see, apart from carbon and hydrogen no any other functional group is present, no functional group, right? So in this compound there is no functional group, okay, and therefore there will not be any name on this, right? So let us assemble it. So first of all I'll start with prefix, and one more thing to remember, I'll write down IUPAC, important thing, IUPAC name is A, IUPAC name is a single word. As it is a single word, we write down it without the space, right? We write down it without the space, single word. Okay, so it is 2 comma 6 comma dimethyl. Then root word is oct. Then primary suffix is ANA. Okay, so this will be the IUPAC name of the given compound, 2 comma 6 dimethyl octane. Okay, yes, take a screenshot of this page. And then take a screenshot of this also. Okay, yes, now after this we are going to discuss one more example. I'll write down that example below. Next example for IUPAC nomenclature. Now I'll not write down the rules again, I'll just write down the skeleton. Okay, Okay, so this is the example of which we have to write down the IUPAC nomenclature. First of all, you select the parent chain. Okay, so this is the parent chain, guys. Okay, this is the parent chain containing maximum number of carbon atoms. So how many carbon atoms are present in the parent chain? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 carbon atoms are present in the parent chain. Okay, then now after seeing that, we are going to number it. Two ways there are to number the compound. One from left hand side to the right hand side. So this will be 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you are numbering. Whereas another possible numbering is, you can start from right hand side also. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So both these numbering are there. Let us decide which one is correct. So as far as green numbering is concerned, in case of green numbering, can you see the substituents are present at this and this position, right? Okay, that means the sum of locants I'll write down for this. Sum of locants, it will be for green color numbering 2 plus 2 plus 5, it is equal to 9. Whereas for pink color numbering, that is the opposite numbering. Let us see what is the sum of locants. Sum of locants, it will be equal to, for red color numbering, it will be equal to 3 plus 6 plus 6, that is equal to 15. So obviously out of which this is incorrect and this is correct. Green color numbering is correct. Okay. Okay, green color numbering is correct. Now what is our next task? Our next task is to write down the name. Okay, so first of all I'll write down the prefix, that is substituent. One substituent is present at this position, one is here and one is here, right? Therefore I'll write down the name. So first of all I'll write down the how many methyl groups are there? 3. So it will be trimethyl. Okay, their position should be mentioned. Okay, how many methyl groups are present? One is at carbon 2, another is again at carbon 2, and next one is at carbon number 5. So 2 to 5 trimethyl. After that it's a single word, no need to change it or space it or anything. Then after that root word. In parent chain there are 7 carbon atoms, so root word is hept. Then substituents are present on parent chain which does not contain any double bond or triple bond. Therefore A and E. This is the correct name for IUPAC name for the given compound. Okay, so I hope you understood the IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbons or alkane. About the functional groups, we are going to discuss it later on. Okay, if you have any question in your mind, please let me know anytime. Okay, so today we will stop here only. Finally I'd like to show about the daily practice problems to you. So daily practice problems. Okay, that will be available here on the resources, and then to the writing material you have to go, where you will see the assignment. Here you can download it and you can solve it on your paper and just upload it on the drive, just like you do it for uploading any simple image on social media page. Okay, so that's all for today. In the next class we are going to discuss about the next concept from GOC. Okay, if you have any question, please let me know always. Okay, yes, so I think there are no questions, so we can end the class here. And whatever questions you may come across while studying this IUPAC nomenclature later, please note them on your notebook and let me know when we will have a class, next class. So thank you so much, students, and take care and all the best to you. Thank you so much for your precious time.